Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points.
In this video, I will be speaking about USDCAD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving and shifting their orders. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss.
If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts.
Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that at the moment the market is rejecting to the upside a quite strong historical monthly support and demand area. From here, all these previous rejections to the upside have been created. At the moment, the market is testing and rejecting to the upside the exact same zone. So from a monthly standpoint, everything seems quite bullish, and the nearest resistance level was this level here, which was essentially the previous high from which all these rejections to the downside were created. Now the market has broke above the level, so all this previous resistance is now turned support. So the next nearest resistance zone would be this huge wick that we see here. If the market will go and test what kind of liquidity there is inside of this zone, there's a good probability that the market could find some resistance inside of the level, considering that this is a major turning point from which all this previous rejection to the downside was created. Therefore, it is a strong supply area for this pair. Now, let's drop down on the weekly time frame and see what we have. Now, from a weekly standpoint, we can notice how the market at the moment clearly is in a bullish trend. We can notice the creation of weekly higher highs and higher lows, so more bullish price action away from this level could be created. So from a weekly standpoint, everything seems quite bullish. Dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now here on the daily, the creation of higher highs and higher lows is extremely clear. We can also notice that as the market is breaking above, it is now creating a new structure, because this level here is the previous resistance and previous high. In fact, from here, both these previous rejections to the downside were created. Now that the market has broken above the level, this previous resistance is now turned support. So if the market will now go and retest this previous resistance turned support, there's a good probability inside of here to see more institutional longing, which at that point could further increase the probabilities of a potential rejection to the upside away from this level, since this zone would also be a confluence of support level, because as we have an impulse and a correction, if we want to measure the correction, we have to take our Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse leg. And if we do that, we can see how we have the 0.32, 50% and 0.618 Fibonacci retracements all lining up exactly this area, therefore creating confluence of support. And since there is a confluence of support, there is an increased probability of seeing institutional longing, which at that point could further increase the probabilities of a potential rejection to the upside away from this level. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so what the big players in the market are doing, and we look at the data precisely for the CAD, what we can see is that with the last reports, net positions have been massively decreased in the long term. We went, in fact, from having a minus 65.5k all the way down to minus 159k net positions. So in the long run, it is clear how institutions have been moving to the bearish side for the CAD. Now, if institutions move to the bearish side for the CAD, this makes USDCAD stronger, because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. So institutions that are shorting the CAD are actually longing USDCAD. In the very short term, we do see a slight increase in this case of net positions, which makes the CAD stronger, which A strengthening CAD could trigger this correction to this area, instead of which then institutions could add even more longs on USDCAD, so shorts on the CAD, which at that point could further increase the probabilities of a potential rejection to the upside away from this level. So let's keep all of this in mind and move back to the chart. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find linked in the description, so you never miss new updates. Now back to the analysis. So in a situation like this, what would I expect? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes. So 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market at that point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential rejection to the upside for the market to complete this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. That definitely wouldn't surprise me.
Now, all this general analysis, tutorials, and concepts that you see me speak about on my YouTube channel are really just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, if you really want to learn more, I will definitely suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website. Here, you can gain access to all my courses. So 26 plus sessions of courses that go from the very basics of becoming confident with charts to all the way to building automated trading algorithms using the MQL4 language, building portfolios of strategies using quantitative finance tools like the Quant Analyzer to build and optimize those portfolios of strategies. So a lot of very interesting stuff that you really cannot afford to miss. You also have the possibility to gain access to the Trading Station software with Telegram notification integrations to really accelerate your learning and you're becoming confident with charts. You have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring directly with me from your student dashboard, as well as the COT data software. And you also have the possibility as a student, this is only for already members, to gain access completely for free to my MT4 EA's algorithms for free again. And here, in fact, you can see that there is all the presentations of my algorithms. And if you continue to scroll down on the website, you will see that you have the possibility to gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the sign-up process. So definitely looking forward to see you on board and see you on your student dashboard. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and also let me know in the comments below any new pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos. And I will see you in my next breakdown.